You can't wait. You can't wait for that inspiration to hit you and strike you and for just you to feel like, oh, this is great. I'm going to write 1,000 words now. You have to write that 1,000 words when you maybe aren't in the mindset for it. In fact, doing that and practicing that and just being able to write is that's advice I would give to new authors. Pick maybe not the most inconvenient time for you, obviously, but just pick a time and start writing and write for 30 minutes and do it at that same time every day. And the first few days you do it, it's going to feel great. You're initiating the creative process. It's awesome. And then after a while, you're going to realize that it starts to get a little bit harder and you have to push through and you have to force yourself to continue to write for that 30 minutes. And you have to force yourself to do it. You have to make yourself do it. That is, if you want to produce the amount of words that it takes to complete a book in a reasonable amount of time. And if you want to get those books into the hands of readers for whatever your purposes are, whether you're looking to make money or whether you just want people to read your book, there is an element of production. You have to produce. The interesting thing to me is that people will say, oh, so-and-so is a very creative person. Yeah? What have they created? What have they made? Have they made anything? Have they created anything? That word, create, means to make something. And I don't think that you can be a creative person and not make things, whatever those things look like. Books, video games, art, programming, right? All sorts of things. Creative people create things at the end of the day. And in order to be the type of person that does that on an ongoing basis, on a serial basis, number one, there has to be a little something wrong with you, but in reality, you have to really want to share what you've made with other people. 1 second, folks. Haha, you got a preview. Lucky you. Oh, well. Anyway, if you're writing your first book, what you need to do is not write a book. You need to tell a story. And I think the ideal length for this first story is probably something like 10 to 15,000 words. It's not very long. It's a short story by all accounts, not, or maybe by some might be considered a short novella.